Oh, 15, I thought it was only 9.
No, it's gone to 15 Brian
They presumably do it once again.
Oh no, they do it together. Brian's done.
Oh, right.
Brian does one and it's done.
Welcome to week 50 of the Bromborough Folk Club Archive. Steve Barker here, your host for the evening, and I think we're in for a great night. Got a great mix for you. I'm going to kick off with a couple of songs, and then we'll go into the floor singers, and then finish off with our two big guests at the end of the night. Hope you enjoy it. Cheers. You came throwing colours all around my blacks and greys. While I stood in wonder, you just opened up my days. Oh, won't you tell me what you did to me? Wanna shout the news? You came throwing colours round my blues. Makes me sit and think of the way I used to be. Something in my head just sort of made a mess of me. But you told me love was possible, and you told me I was free. You came throwing colours round my blues. Yes, you came throwing colours all around my blacks and greys. While I stood in wonder, you just opened up my days. Oh, won't you tell me what you did to me? I want to shout the news. You came throwing colours round my blues. I would sit for hours, never noticing the sky. Chances came and went, you know I let them scurry by. Then you told me love was possible, and you told me I was free. You came throwing colours round my blues. Yes, you came throwing colours all around my blacks and greys. While I stood in wonder, you just opened up my days. Won't you tell me what you did to me? I want to shout the news. You came throwing colours round my blues. Yes, you came throwing colours all around my blacks and greys. While I stood in wonder, you just opened up my days. Oh, won't you tell me what you did to me? I want to shout the news. You came throwing colours round my blues. You came throwing colours round my blues. Thank you. 8 years old on a fly-sack cape tied all around his neck. He climbed up upon the garage and he's figuring what the heck. Well, he screwed his courage up so tight, the whole thing came unwound. He took a running start and bless his heart, well, he headed for the ground. But he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cave. Always trust your cave. All grown up with a flour-sack cape tied all around his dreams. He's full of fizz and vinegar and he's a-busting at the seams. Well, he stuck his finger in the wind, it's gonna be do or die. Well, he wasn't scared of nothing, boys, he was pretty sure he could fly. 'Cause he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cave. And always trust your cave. Old and grey with a flour-sack cape tied all around his head, he's still jumping off the garage, will be till he's dead. And all those years of growing up, well, he's acting like a kid. But he did not know he could not fly, so he did. And he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cave. And always trust your cave. 'Cause he's one of those who knows that life is just a leap of faith. Spread your arms and hold your breath and always trust your cave. Always trust your cave. Thank you.
Clothes for who share the room, record for the crack. Sleeping late on Sundays, never get to Mass. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way. It gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. When Friday night comes around, Eddie's only into fighting. My ma would like a letter home, I'm too tired for writing. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way. It gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Well, it almost breaks my heart when I think of Josephine. I promised I'll be coming back with pockets full of green. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way. It gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. I dreamed I saw a piper play. Maybe it's an ocean. I dreamed I heard a white horse dance on that other ocean. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. It's a long, long way. It gets further by the day. It's a long, long way from Clare to here. Blackbird singing in the dead of the night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird singing in the dead of the night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly into the lights of the dark black night. birds singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly all your life. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. Thank you.
Ain't she sweet? See her walking down the street. Well, I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Ain't she nice? Look over once or twice. I ask you very confidentially, ain't she nice? Just cast an eye in her direction. Oh me, oh my, ain't she perfection? I repeat, well, I think she's kinda neat. And I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Hello, Mabel, are you able to go out tonight? It's a lovely day. Come on, Mabel, let's meet new place. Say, Mabel, Mabel, leave your chaperone. I wanna be alone with you. You know, people may say this will never do. I can't help the way that I feel when I'm with you now, Mabel, Mabel, say you love me, do you know I love you? Scooby-Doo, 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 now ain't she sweet? See her walking down the street. Well, I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Ain't Mabel nice? Look her over once or twice. I ask you very confidentially, ain't she sweet? Just cast an eye in her direction. Oh me, oh my, ain't she perfection? I repeat, I think she's kinda neat. And ask you very confidentially, ain't she the sweetest little thing you ever saw in your life? Beside the San Francisco Bay, hey, hey, hey. Well, an ocean liner came and took her away, hey, hey, hey. I didn't mean to treat her bad. She was the best friend I ever had. She made me laugh and she made me cry. Wanna lay down my head and die. Well, I ain't got a nickel and I ain't got a lousy dime, 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 dime. If she don't come back, you know I'm gonna lose my mind. If she ever comes back to stay, gonna be another brand new day. Cause I'm walking with my baby down beside the San Francisco Bay. I'm sitting down on the back porch, I don't know which way to go. Girl that I'm so crazy about, she don't love me anymore. I think I'll ride a freight train, cause I'm feeling blue. Gonna ride right down to the end of the line, thinking only of you, 2, 3, 4. Ain't got a nickel and I ain't got a lousy dime, 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 dime. If she don't come back, you know I'm gonna lose my mind. If she ever come back to stay, gonna be another brand new day. 'cause I'm walking with my baby on the San Francisco Bay. I'm walking with my baby beside the San Francisco Bay.
They shut down the steel mill, tore up the railway tracks. There's no workaround for miles, and you know it's never coming back. Bricked up windows and boarded up doors, for sale signs and second-hand stores. There's nothing for a boy to do in a town like this. Town like this. I remember back when I was a boy, walking like a man. Every Saturday night we'd in town go see a rock and roll band. Well, the money dried up, so the bands don't come. There's nothing left to hide, nowhere left to run. There's nothing for a boy to do in a town like this. Whoa, a town like this. Can you sleep at night with your pockets of gold, or you're waiting for the judgment day? There's a whole book of secrets just waiting to be told. Someone's got a price to pay. Arcades and loan sharks turning all the good to bad. The town's on its knees and they're still taking all that we have. Another day older, the hole gets deeper. Sitting by the river on a railway sleeper. There's nothing for a boy to do in a town like this. A town like this. Can you sleep at night with your pockets of gold, or you're waiting for the judgment day? There's a whole book of secrets just waiting to be told. Someone's got a price to pay. They spent millions on a bridge, took the main highway miles away. Oh, Mr. Bates took a dive off the dock that day. Tears at the funeral mixing with the fear. Lifeblood of the town, now don't ever come near. There's nothing for a boy to do in a town like this. Whoa, a town like this. Like this, town like this. There's nothing for a boy to do in a town like this. Thank you very much. Sitting on a sofa in a second-hand shop, a daisy in a jet black hair, sucking on the dregs of a red ice pop. She didn't even know I was there. The river was high from the rain that summer. We sat beneath the shelter of the trees. Birds were singing, bees was buzzing, a white feather blew on the breeze. Angeline, Angeline, don't ever leave, Angeline. She was quiet as a mouse and crazy as a loon. I'd never seen the world that way. She saved my soul, not a minute too soon. We packed up and drove away. We got married drunk in Vegas, a chapel at the bottom of a hill. 3 kids, 1 bankruptcy, and 30 years later, she's my darling still. Angeline, Angeline, don't ever leave, Angeline. There's a big pot of something cooking on the stove. The house is shining like a pin. If you ask me how I deserve all this, I wouldn't know where to begin. Without that dark-eyed magical girl, there's no way I would survive. There's no place I'd rather be in the world. I'm the luckiest man alive. Angeline, Angeline, don't ever leave, Angeline. Angeline, Angeline, don't ever leave, Angeline. Angeline, Angeline, don't ever leave, Angeline. Don't ever leave, Angeline. Don't ever leave, Angeline.
A big hand for me, Dad. Big hand for Andy.
Must have been late September when last I climbed Reunion Hill. I fell asleep on Indian Boulder, dreamed a dream I will not tell. I came home as the sun went down, when I trained upon the ground. Even now I find a thing, glasses, coins, golden rings. It's been 10 years since the ragged army went across these fields of mine. I gave them bread, I gave them brandy, and most of all, I gave them time. My well is deep, water pure. My streams are fed by mountain lakes. I cleanse the brow of many a soldier, dousing for my husband's face. I will not forget a sad farewell, when last I ran to climb that hill, just to watch him walk across the valley, disappear into the trees. Alone there in sea of blue, it circles every afternoon. A single hawk in God's great sky, looking down on with God's own eyes. It's all about reunion hell. I pray it spirals higher still, as if from such an altitude he might just see my love in view. Must have been late September when last I climbed Reunion Hill. Thank you. Who knows? Lazy days, got nothing to do, strum guitar and gaze at the wonderful whirling world and how she plays. On lazy days, sunny skies, ride a riverboat to where the dragon flies, see the summer light of loving in your eyes, and sunny skies. Bring your mind to find your freedom, give your eyes to what they see, give your music to the rising moon, but give your heart to me. Oh yes, it's true, there's nothing on this day I'd rather do. Think I'll take my time making love to you. Oh yes, it's true. Lazy days, got nothing to do, got nothing to do, strum guitar and gaze at the wonderful whirling, at the wonderful whirling world and how she plays on lazy days, lazy days. Sunny skies, sunny skies, ride a riverboat, ride a riverboat to where the dragon flies, see the summer light of loving in your eyes, and sunny skies. Give your mind to find your freedom, give your eyes to what they see, or give your music to the rising moon, and give your heart to me. Oh yes, it's true, there's nothing on this day I'd rather do. Think I'll take my time making love to you. Oh yes, it's true. Lazy days. Thank you. Just because I ask a friend about her, oh, just because I spoke her name somewhere, just because I rang her number by mistake today, oh, she thinks I still can't have another go. Oh, she thinks I still care, lovely. Just because I haunt the same old places where the memory of her lingers everywhere. Just because I'm not the happy guy I used to be, oh, she thinks I still care. But if she's happy thinking I still need her, well, let that silly notion bring her cheer. But how could she ever be so foolish? Oh, where would she get such an idea? friend about her. Oh, just because I spoke her name somewhere, just because I saw her, then went all to pieces. Oh, she thinks I still care. Oh, she thinks I still care. Thank you. Thanks, Dave. Thank you.
Day is ending, birds are wending back to the shelter of each little nest they love. Night shades falling, lovebirds calling. What makes the world go round? Nothing but love. When whippoorwills call and evening is nigh, I hurry to my blue heaven. Just turn to the right, there's a little bright light that will lead you to my blue heaven. You'll see a smiling face, a fireplace, a cozy room, a little nest that nestles where the roses bloom. Just Molly and me, and baby makes three. We'll be happy in my blue heaven. When whippoorwills call and evening is nigh, I hurry to my wake up. Just turn to the right, there's a little bright light that will lead you to my blue heaven. You'll see a smiling face, a fireplace, a cozy room, a little nest that nestles where the roses bloom. Just Molly and me, and baby makes three. We'll be happy in my blue heaven. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
I don't know if you can see these changes that have come over me in these last few days. I've been afraid that I might drift away, and I've been telling old stories, singing songs that make me think about where I came from. That's the reason why I feel so far away today. Ah, but let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Lovely Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. I have moved and kept on moving, proved the points that have needed proven. I have lost the friends that have needed losing, found others on the way. I have kissed the ladies and left them crying, stolen dreams, yes, there's no denying. I have traveled hard, sometimes with conscience flying, somewhere in the wind. Ah, but let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. But now I'm sitting here before the fire, the empty room, the forest choir, and flames that couldn't get any higher. They've withered now, they've gone. But now I'm steady thinking my way is clear, and I know what I will do tomorrow. My hands are shaking and the kisses flow, and I will disappear. Ah, but let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Ah, but let me tell you that I love you, and I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, now I'm going home. If I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. If I should become a stranger, you know that it would make me more than sad. Caledonia's been everything I've ever had. Thanks very much. Thanks.
Great, thanks very much from the Floor Singers. A lot of talent there, and hopefully in June we'll see them all live back at the club. We now got a video of Jeff Warner and Jerry French. If you remember, Jeff comes from across the water in America, and this is a recording when he joined up with Jerry French and they sang Her Bright Smile Haunts Me Still. So here we go, Jeff Warner and Jerry French.
You remember Eleazar Tillett, the Southern Girls Reply from Wanchese, North Carolina? She sang this song, too, to my parents in 1940, and it's kind of gotten into the revival. A lot of people do it. It turns out, we just found out recently, to be an 1857 commercial sheet music piece of, it wasn't ever recorded, of course, it was just commercial sheet music in New York from 1857. but went into the folk, or as a friend of mine says, it went feral. And this is Eleazar's Her Bright Smile Haunts Me Still. It's been a year since last we met. We may never meet again. I have struggled to forget, but the struggle was in vain. For her voice lives on the breeze, her spirit comes at a will, in the midnight on the seas. Her bright smile haunts me still, in the midnight on the seas. Her bright smile haunts me still. I have sailed 'neath alien skies, I have chartered hazard's path, I have seen the storms arise like a giant in his wrath. Every danger I have known that a reckless life can fill, though her presence is now flown. Her bright smile haunts me still, though her presence is now flown. Her bright smile haunts me still. At the first sweet dawn of light, when I gaze upon the deep, her form still fills my sight, while the stars their vigil keep. When I close my aching eyes, sweet dreams my memory fill, and from sleep when I arise, her bright smile haunts me still, and from sleep when I arise, her bright smile haunts me still. When I close my aching eyes, sweet dreams my memory fill, and from sleep when I arise, her bright smile haunts me still, and from sleep when I arise, her bright smile haunts me still.
Back in March last year, Anthony John Clarke and Julia came over to the club and gave us a terrific evening. So I'm pleased to introduce them now with a selection of the songs that they sang for us. Sit back and enjoy Anthony John Clarke and Julia.
So it's very kind of you to stick around. The chorus is sort of this. 3 times. Years ago, not now. Can you? Years ago. And if anyone can dip down below that, that'd be cool. Years. That's the best we've ever heard this week. I've got some whiskey in my pocket, a little change inside my coat, €14 and one Irish say. I hear a band playing somewhere, but from here I cannot see them. This ship is much bigger than I thought. All I really want is silence, but someone's fighting over cigarettes. We gave up years ago, and until now, no regrets. The band has started killing an Irish song called The Town I Loved So Well. I sang that years ago, not now. Help us if you can now. There's just one more funky now. Thanks. 9:05, I can't believe my eyes. I'm standing outside my old house. It's still got a number 4 on the door. The house has changed. Smoke in all our eyes every 12th of July. I was only 8, 9 or 10 years old, and there is no way that I'd live there now. I'm carrying one too many bags, I see one too many flags. I'd rather see the blue sky above. I bought this denim jacket at a market stall. Look, it fits me like a glove. We spoke of all the bands that we never got to see. I saw Rory at the Ulster Hall, but I saw him years ago, not now. Just louder than the person sitting beside you. There's one more now. A Beatles song came on the radio, Nowhere Man, and every chorus told me not to worry, so I won't. But then there's Geordie's old bar on the market square. When I was young and stepping out, I'd never go in there. But I'm older now, a little wiser, and I still don't. It's out of that bar and it's not very far to visit Mary, who we used to know. But nothing's been arranged, these things can often change. In the end, we did not go. She followed those American rock and roll bands from Dungiven to Dunlow, but she did that years ago, not now. Did she do it last week? Years ago, not now. Years ago, not now. And we've still got whiskey in our pockets, a little change inside our coats. Maggie May came on the jukebox, but nobody danced. I nearly lost this denim jacket in the bar last night. I thought I'll not be seeing that denim jacket in a hurry. And you know, Julie, I should have kissed that pretty girl when I had the chance.
She had 4 teeth and 5 grandchildren.
All we really wanted was silence, or to sleep all day, thinking about all the friends chance we had, and that one he got away. We spoke of all the bands that we never got to see. I saw Fairport at the Ulster Hall, but I saw them years ago. Not now. There's two more, can you feel it for me? Last one for fun now.
Cool. Thank you. Thank you.
You notice Julia's plastic surgery? Anybody tonight? It's okay. It was nothing serious. I just cut up her credit cards. I was born on a Sunday, I got placed in a big pink cot. I think that my mother would have liked a girl, but she was happy with what she'd got. My mother sent my father for a big blue blanket, the salesman said, "'Fraid not." And the next time I'm born will be on a Monday when all the shops aren't shut. Chorus, all the shops aren't shut. One more time, all the shops aren't shut. Well, I asked my girl to love me. Hey, darling, be my wife. Love me every morning, try real hard to stick with me for life. But you know I just can't blame her. She's tried and tried and tried, and she knows the grass grows greener over on the other side. Where? I'd like my mail delivering, and I need my music loud. I want my sins forgiven, I'd take my picture now. I'm not scared of lightning, me, I'm just afraid of clowns. I go out with my sleeves rolled up and both my socks rolled down. The enthusiasm for these choruses is waning already. I've never understood how the clock works. I know a little bit about wine, and I know that the secret in both those things has got something to do with time. But I've never really understood romance. Hey, I failed and failed in love, but I never say a prayer when things go wrong or speak to God above. Try breakfast tomorrow morning, drink coffee now and then, eat scones and jam with a better wear man, go to bed by 10:30. Avoid big steaks, take some breaks, favour something light, and don't touch tea after 3:30, it'll keep you up all night. Remember when we thought that George Bush was the worst it could get as the President of the United States of America? Old George Bush, what a merry old soul, what a merry old soul was he. He came and he bombed my house in the middle of the night down at number 63. Now I've got no chair and I've got no dog and I've sure got no TV. And all my kids are missing down the back of the grey city. Where'd they go? 'Cause it's grown-ups climb the mountains, children who climb the trees. It's grown-ups who nurse their broken hearts and patch their children's knees. But trees don't look like mountains, and hearts don't bend like knees. And should my heart get broken, darling, mend my heart for me. Just the girls? Girls again? Men? You're making a real effort, aren't you? And they say folk music can't be erotic. Why, thank you. My old mum, she never did say much. She was always down in church. No one was surprised when she wore out both her knees. She prayed so much sometimes she'd faint, and she knew the names of every saint. And on Sunday she'd say a prayer for me. She never dodged one collection box. She'd never pray and watch the clock. She even enjoyed those dull sermons every Sunday. I never heard her sing or shout. She wore 4 dozen prayer books out, and she was never late for work on Monday. And you know I'm missing my Mary again. I'm missing my Mary again. I never really knew her all that long. Do-Wah-Diddy was her favorite song, and I'm missing my Mary again. Next time around, ladies and gentlemen, if you can join in on that, would be much appreciated. Oh, sorry, photograph. I never thought that she'd ever been abroad in all her life, until her younger sister told me that they'd once both flown to Spain. Of course she hated the plane and all the razzmatazz, and on Sunday she'd not got to Mass, and she swore blind, I'll never fly again. You see, she'd never set foot inside a bar. She never drank, she never smoked, she never drove the car. She had no time for priests who played guitars. And I knew I drove her around the bend when I forgot to pick up her people's friend. But she loved my old man to the end, to the very end. And I'm missing my Mary again. I'm missing my Mary again. I never really knew her all that long, and Do-Wah-Diddy was her favorite song. I'm missing my Mary again. There she was, just a-walking down the street singing, tapping her fingers and shuffling her feet. We leave it there, we can't afford the PRS. I said I never knew her all that well. We'd talk sometimes. She'd never ever tell me anything that she was thinking or how she felt about her own life. Everybody's different, I know that, but what I would have given for a proper chat, what I wouldn't give right now, to feel her arms around our shoulders. And she only ever came to one gig. She said it's always too far to go. I think she thought my head got big with Tuesday night is always on the radio. But there's nothing I can do about that now, except take it on the chin. But if one of her boys ever needed her, oh, she'd step right up for him. And I'm missing my Mary again. I'm missing my Mary again. I never really knew her all that long, and Do-Wah-Diddy was her favorite song. I'm missing my Mary again. So convince me there's a heaven, the fire and brimstone down below, 'cause the only God who would send us there is perhaps the one who's seen your show. But I need to know she's somewhere with a brand new set of knees, strumming a guitar with their favorite priest for all eternity. Yes, I'm missing my Mary again. This is yours. Do-Wah-Diddy was her favorite song. I'm missing my Mary again. Thanks for singing that very much. It's just about the most popular music in Ireland. Anywhere for that matter. The wind, it blew cold on the west coast of Ireland, and Rita wouldn't go into the water. Picture the scene, mothers, fathers, ice creams, huddled round their little sons and daughters. Well, the rain had cut right through me and it kept on pouring down. I found a little hotel bar on the harbour side of town. I said I'll play for nothing if the tourist is in town, but Tuesday night is always karaoke in French. Spot. Do we have any French speakers? If you didn't mind circulating around the room during this would help. In English, it's Tuesday night is always karaoke, and in French, Tuesday night is always karaoke.
I thought you were going to impress me then.
Oasis all the rage, young Dan from Cork climbed up on stage and he could hardly hold his mic for all that brandy. He introed far too late and poor old Sally had to wait, and Rita hollered that some words might come in handy. Fathers pushing mothers up against the microphone, sisters goading brothers, won't you leave the lad alone? And a priest from Knockaraha shook his head and headed home, 'cause Tuesday night is always karaoke. Just the boys, just the priests. Used to be more of them about. Jim sang Carrickfergus, his eyes shut, lots of verses. And John, well, he passed out at the next table. There was smoky mud and sweet with Guinness good enough to eat. Jim tried to sing in tune but was not able. And people stood on chairs and tables rocking to them all, knocking over nuns and children, laughing as they'd fall. And Sister Mary Joseph, she's the biggest drunk of all, 'cause singing nuns enjoy karaoke. New chorus, singing. Hectic, electric, Kev said no, 'cause he's dyslexic. A wee Sligo, Susan Vega, sang Marlena. A coachload up from Galway clapped their tour guide singing My Way. We all did that stupid dance in Macarena. Then a priest appeared from nowhere with those bloody fields of Athenry, and a Welshman murdered Vincent, an American pie. And a fight broke out when someone said your levee must be dry. But no one really cares, it's karaoke. Girls? Girls again. Nice. Get thee to a nunnery, cried Father Michael Tunnery. Your behaviour here tonight is sacrilegious. Sister Mary Joseph took the floor. Her crowd all called for more, and her Barry Manilow covers were just contagious. So we opened up our cigarette lighters and we waved them in the air. She got up on stage to strut her London derriere. She tore her habit, there's her underwear. Singing nuns enjoy karaoke. Fiddlers from Russ Trevor, well, they drank so much they stayed forever, and Sister Mary Joseph, she just stood there screaming. She lifted up her skirt, she grabbed the nearest priest, she began to flirt, and the tour guide said, Julia Porter and Anthony John Clarke, am I dreaming? Then the police arrived in wagons like some extras from that old film, The Sting. And they called for reinforcements as their mobile phones did ring. And they shouted at her, hey, Sister Mary Joseph Ferguson, do you know what time it is? She said, feck, I don't. But if you hum a little bit of it, I'll sing it for you, sister. Tuesday night is always karaoke. One more time. A little louder now. in a French accent now. And like a folk club, thank you, Tuesday night is always karaoke. Very good. You cracked it, kid. Well, that's the end of the show. Thanks very much.
She was only a coal miner's daughter, but she sure knew how to sing and sew. Well, from that intro, you know that I'm talking about Jeni Hankins, and she's here now with a friend from the last visit, Arthur Hickling. So, sit back and have some real Appalachian music from Jeni Hankins and Alfred Hickling.
Two mermaids lean with purpose against ancient nautical texts, their cast iron fishy figures alluring to the bearded sex. Two torsos swim in a dish, waiting for a night to descend, to view the films of Paris and dream of lower limbs. Won't you send my love a letter? Tell her to come home, please. Tell her I wrote it specially on a typewriter with hexagonal keys. Roll my letter up in paper, tie it with some string, put it in a bottle, let the mermaids sing. Tra-la-la-la-la, 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 tra-la-la-la-la. The rabbit dines on cabbage, eyeing the asparagus plate. He's wary of the nearby sheep, whose appetite grows great. The gray barrack says, look out, from the top of his linen press, scouting likely suitors in the Mickle Gate address. Won't you send my love a letter? Tell her to come home, please. Tell her I wrote it specially on a typewriter with hexagonal keys. Roll my letter up in paper, tie it with some string, put it in a bottle, let the mermaids sing. Tra-la-la-la-la, 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 tra-la-la-la-la. The palmist's hand says nothing, resents the phrenologist's head, disagrees with the latest assessment of how the man was read. Let us greet him first, the crafty mermaid's plea. If we doubt his character, we'll roll him all up in the sea. Won't you send my love a letter? Tell her to come home, please. Tell her I wrote it specially on a typewriter with hexagonal keys. Roll my letter up in paper, tie it with some string, put it in a bottle, let the mermaids sing. Tra-la-la-la-la, 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 Irma stands by the fence. Uncle Fraser rests his hand upon her shoulder. Picture of a pretty young girl who witnessed Granddad's murder. Never saw the gun, just heard the shot that stopped a heart so fair. While Granddad fell like a mountain, with the killer standing there. And Irma sat in the car. Baby Charlie pressed his face into her shoulder. She watched the killer flee the scene while Granddad just grew colder. She called for help, rushed to his side. The neighbors heard her cry, while his blood made a shadow on the mountain. And Irma said goodbye. Hundreds from the mountains, valleys rimmed with coal, came bearing flowers to sing Granddad home, on home, on home. And Irma stands by the stove. Baby Charlie throws a smile over her shoulder. Caramel sauce and gingerbread are Charlie's 1 year older. I sift the flour just like she said. She stirs the pot and laughs, while spring winds her flowers round the mountain. And Grandma sits in black. Hundreds from the mountains, valleys rimmed with coal, came bearing flowers to sing Granddad home, on home, on home, on home. Now Jesus wraps his arms around her shoulders. A miner's wife, a little known life so sweet, and then it's over. Her little white house has gone to dust beneath the crawling vine. But our blood flows like coal through these mountains, and I see her hand in mine. Hundreds from the mountains, valleys rimmed with coal, came bearing flowers to sing Granddad home, on home, on home. Kinfolk from the mountains, valleys rimmed with coal, came bearing flowers to sing Ann Irma home, on home, on home. Two sisters went for a walk one day. Oh, the wind and rain. Two sisters went for a walk one day. Cried the dreadful wind and rain. Well, one pushed the other in the water so deep. Oh, the wind and rain. One pushed the other in the water so deep. Cried the dreadful wind and rain. She floated on down to the miller's pond. Oh, the wind and rain. She floated on down to the miller's pond. Cried the dreadful wind and rain. The miller fished her out with his long fishing pole. Oh, the wind and rain. The miller fished her out with his long fishing pole. Cried the dreadful wind and rain. her little breastbone. Oh, the wind and rain. He made a fiddle back from her little breastbone. Cried the dreadful wind and rain. He made a fiddle bridge from her nose ridge. Oh, the wind and rain. He made a fiddle bridge from her nose ridge. Cried the dreadful wind and rain. He made a fiddle pegs from her long finger bones. Oh, the wind and rain. He made fiddle pegs from her long finger bones. Cried the dreadful wind and rain. Well, he made fiddle strings from her long blue veins. Oh, the wind and rain. He made fiddle strings from her long blue veins. Cried the dreadful wind and rain. And he made a fiddle bow from her long yellow hair. Oh, the wind and rain. He made a fiddle bow from her long yellow hair. Cried the dreadful wind and rain. And the only song that fiddle would play was all the wind and rain. Yeah, the only song that fiddle would play was Cry the Dreadful Wind and Rain.
Arthur Hickling on banjo and fiddle.
So the moral of the story is how to build a fiddle out of body parts.
That's right.
Whatever happened, tin can and string? You always said you could give me a ring. String seems broken, I don't hear a thing. Bad connection, tin can and string. Whatever happened to the old seashell? Always said you could give me a bell. When I listen, just the ocean swell. Don't hear nothing in that old seashell. Friendship like a seesaw, up and down until we fall. Friendship put to the test. Oh, your heart if you love the best. Whatever happened to the U.S. mail? Stamps and glue and paper sales. Must be moving like a big old snail. Got no letter in the U.S. mail. Whatever happened to the fax machine? Typewriter ribbons and the latest thing. Singing telegrams and the silver screen. Got no message on my fax machine. Friendship like a seesaw, up and down until we fall. Friendship put to the test. Oh, your heart if you love the best. Now, when you're in America in third grade, if you're lucky, a folk singer like my own self will come to your school and they will ask you to do something that you may have never done before because you don't do it in Presbyterian church or Scottish. Yeah, Presbyterian church. And not do you do it in Pentecostal Holiness Church. You only do it in grade school. If a folk singer comes and visits you, and that's that they get to sing, they get you to sing na-nas. You know, na-nas. We've done that before here, and you all are really good at them. And I was so good at na-nas in third grade, and I thought, great, I've got that sealed. And one day I'll go to a job interview, and they'll say, look, that all really looks good, Jennifer, but we would like to hear you sing your na-nas. And nobody ever asked me in a job interview if I could sing the na-nas, and I was very disappointed, and that's how I ended up having a career in folk music, because I could sing na-nas whenever I liked, and then other people would sing them with me, and it all worked out. So that's what we're going to do now. We're going to sing the na-nas for all those people who never got asked in the job interview. So here's your chance. Na 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 ni na 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 ni na 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 ni na 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 ni na na na. Let's just go crazy and do it again. Na 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 ni na 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 ni na 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 ni na 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 ni na na na. You're all hired. I love it. Now here comes Dr. Corder. Whatever happened to the ESP, automatic writing and the LSD? Ain't heard knocking for as long as can be. Hello operator, come in ESP. Whatever happened tin can and string? Always said you could give me a ring. String seems broken, I don't hear a thing. Bad connection, tin can and string. Friendship like a seesaw, up and down until we fall. Friendship put to the test. Oh, your heart you love the best. Bless your heart if you love the best. Care about your heartache, and you think there's no prince and no ball, and everyone left for the party, and you're at home sweeping the floor. Well, I'll turn to you, my love, sweet and true. For you, the sun always shines, and all will be right when I'm dancing tonight with my darling in 3/4 time. When the clocks in the hall had told midnight, it's time you was already gone. There won't be no carriage or footman, no one to take you back home. But I'll turn to you, my love, sweet and true. For you, the sun always shines, and all will be right when I'm dancing tonight with my darling 3/4 time. Kiss those red ruby lips and make you his princess at last. Who's gonna wear the shoe if it fits, and will you be walking on glass? I'll turn to you, my love, sweet and true. For you, the sun always shines, and all will be right when I'm dancing tonight with my darling 3/4 time. What can you do with the Cinderella blues when when your fairy godmother has flown. Let the birds and the mice dress you up nice. Little darling, it's time you left home. Let the birds and the mice dress you up nice. Cinderella, it's time you left home.
Jeni Hankins, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Arthur Hickling. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
Well, I really enjoyed that. What a great show. Great guests and great floor singers and great bit of video there as well. So as you stagger back to the bar, oh no, back to the kitchen, back somewhere anyway, so wash your glasses, have a safe journey home, and we'll see you next week for week 51. Thanks a lot for Dave for all the recording and producing this together with Barb and John. So, see you all next week. All the very best, keep safe.
Oh, I had a little boat. It was guaranteed to sail. It was guaranteed to sail, but I lost it one day. Oh, I had a little horse. He was guaranteed to ride, but that horse rode away. Oh, I had a soldier boy. He was guaranteed to fight. He was guaranteed to fight, but I lost him one day. Oh, I had a little bird. She was guaranteed to sing. She was guaranteed to sing, but that bird flew away. Oh, I had a little love. It was guaranteed to last. I held my true love fast, but I lost it one day. Oh, I had a little boat, but that ship that could not fail set its little sail and took my true love away.